So you know when you drive a car, you have like this dashboard in front of you where you can look at things, your speed, the gas left in the car, and all these things. And in trading, you should have the same. What's up traders, welcome back to Bangkok in Thailand. Today I want to share with you a principle that's going to allow you to take better trades in trading and actually like spot good trades in the market on a daily basis. And this is what we call the critical dashboard. So kind of like when you have a car, you drive the car, you have these things in front of you like showing you the speed and different things on your car, and you need these things to kind of drive well. Same thing in the market, you need these things to take good trades. If you don't have them, you might make a mistake or you might take bad trades. But if you have them in place, your trades are going to be better, and you'll be able to spot the right things, and you'll know what the market's doing right now. You won't be clueless, you won't be like subjective all the time about what you feel or what you think you should do. You will have indicators or tools to help you determine what you should do in the market. Today I'll be sharing with you 5 things that you need to put in place that will allow you to help you spot good trades in the market based on that critical indicator aspect. The first one is you should always have a bigger picture view on your platform, like always a bigger time frame open on your platform to see what's going on. A lot of people will stay stuck intraday, and that could be fine, but for a lot of people they make a mistake with that because they don't have a view of what's happening on a bigger picture, and they will trade against that and without knowing it. So you want to do things where you know what's happening on the bigger picture because it's open on your chart and you can look at it often. And that doesn't mean like 5 time frames, like we talk about like only one where you see that's a bigger picture, and that time frame you decide. It's not me who decides. I like the daily chart and the weekly chart, but I tend to use only one, and you will decide what you want to use, and that's totally fine. That is going to allow you to stay out of bad trades and also to know what the fluctuation on a daily basis, like intraday, what do they mean, what they represent. Often you see like a big move on a 30-minute chart or a 1-hour chart, and you wonder what that means, but go back on the higher time frame, you'll understand quickly. That's just like a part in the regular trend often, or in the regular sideways market often. So that's where the higher time frame is really useful. The second thing is you want to be aware of key indicator changes and extreme points. So if you want to use indicators, that's fine, you can use them, and you'll be able to spot when there's like an extreme point. So like when the RSI is above like 90 or like really high on the scale, or when it's like below 10 or something. Those are extreme points, and that's where a lot of good trades can happen because you can trade reversals there, you can wait for pullbacks sometimes, and you have a good way to kind of look at the market, and that's where it's usually going to happen, and where you can be in the market and make a lot of money. So if you don't use indicators, that's fine. You can just look at like the price and how price looks, and once at extreme points, you should be able to see that. But I think indicators help you kind of have a objective view of the market without looking with your eyes, and just like a clear cut number that you can look at, and that's easier to understand for most people. So once again there, you don't need to have like 20 indicators on your chart, only one will do. And usually when one indicator is like extreme, the other ones will also be extreme. So it's not complicated, it's just like you just have to do it and look at it frequently. And the third thing you want to be aware of, and I would say even really aware of, this is the thing that I use myself the most, is the break of levels with different candlesticks, like Heiken-Ashi if you want to use Heiken-Ashi, or just regular candlestick, Japanese candlestick, works fine too. But be aware of the breaks in the market. Like you have this level on your USD, for example 1.08, this level is broken to the downside, perhaps. That's important. That's good information that you need to know because it's going to probably lead to a trend. Maybe not, because like your USD now is really like boring and sideways, and it's always doing breakouts and coming back in the range. But it could be useful. It's something you want to know for sure. Like something you want to be aware of. When price close beyond the level, that's important. So that's something that you can look at on a weekly chart, on a daily chart. Maybe not in intraday so much because it's like likely to come back in the range. But you want to be aware of these things and these breakouts on different levels. I'll just show you an example here on a pair that I'll look at after, where price actually breaks the range and leads to something pretty big after. So important to know these things for sure. And you want to be aware, and you want to be able to look at your chart daily, at least the daily chart, I believe daily, see what changes, what doesn't change, and usually when levels break or when price goes far in the direction, like extreme point, then that's a really good place to look for trades. The fourth thing you want to look at, and this is something that I had to kind of work on a lot myself, it's about the correlated pair and how some pair can maybe like lead the change in the market. So for example, think about like Euro USD in the market, and that might not be the first pair to react. That's a pair that a lot of people trade, and there could be like other pairs that lead the change. So for example, USD CAD could be leading the change, like USD CAD jumps, and then your USD goes down after a few like moments or hours after. And that happens a lot, where one pair will lead the other. And these pairs are correlated, so if one does the trick and moves, then the other ones are likely to move after. And where I see this a lot is on the AUD pairs, like AUD CAD, AUD GPY, AUD NZD. There's always one that like goes forward first, and the other ones follow after. So you can look at that, and these are things that you can use maybe to add confluence to a trade. So let's say you have a trade on AUD GPY, and AUD CAD move first, then you can have a better confluence for your trade on AUD GPY. And the fifth thing that you want to do, which is kind of like going to sum up everything we talk about, is you want to be placing alerts on your charts, or if not alerts, just write things. You write in your chart to remind you what you're looking for. A lot of people say they forget what they analyze first because they don't take any notes. They just like analyze the market, they have like this great idea for a trade, then they go back 2 days after, they have no clue what they're looking at, and that's not good. You want to take notes, you want to place alerts that tell you to enter trades and to look for some things. I do this a lot now because in this market I trade a lot more manually. So I take notes, I place alerts, I look at things, and that way I'm more prepared when I have to take a trade. As always, I want you to leave me a comment below. Tell me what tips you want to apply and what is the most useful for you at this point and what you're going to take action on, as always. And if you want to be able to get like a place where you can organize all your thought about these things you look at and the thing you have to look at the market, kind of like make a trading plan that's going to be really simple of things you have to look at, I'll leave below a template you can grab. It's called the one-page trading plan template, which I use a lot to simplify my trading. It's like a step-by-step process. You put this in your plan, you write things down, you print it out, put it on your desk, and you're able to kind of see what you have to trade on a daily basis. That's super useful, and I think all traders should have this, a one-pager where they have everything they need to look at in the market so that they don't forget anything and they don't leave anything up to chance. I'll leave the link below for that, as I said, and here are a few comments in the past video. I appreciate your comments as always, and I'll catch you back here in the next video. Ciao.